welcome in Bluegrass Sports Nation to the Queen City of the Mountains as we have a big game for you tonight. Ain't that right, Rob?
Yes, sir. You are right, Evan Miller. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind matchup between these two ball clubs. It's going to be exciting. Anytime these two teams get together, just look for a battle. If you can't get up for the Hazard and the Breathitt County football game on the schedule, then you don't deserve to be playing football. You need to be playing something else. These two teams, when they get together, respect big time on both sides of the sideline for each of the teams and the coaches, but no love lost when they step foot on the field.
Definitely, Rob. You told the folks at home to mark their calendars for this game, and now we got to talk about our keys.
Yes, sir. Here in the Tim Short Kickoff Classic, sponsored by ARH, the keys in tonight's game. We'll start off with Hazard first. Offensively, Evan, I feel like the offense for Hazard needs to be able to handle the defensive pressure from Breathitt County. They've got to find a way to handle that front push, and that was something that they didn't do well last week against Prestonsburg.
Definitely, Rob. We've talked about that group of three offensive or defensive linemen, seniors, very experienced guys, can apply great pressure to the quarterback. If the Bulldogs want success, they have to fight that pressure.
Yeah, Breathitt's front is really strong, and they're going to have to be able to double team and maybe get some work done somewhere up front to be able to give the offense time to work. Defensively for Hazard, we talk about those guys up front. We talk about the things that go right for Breathitt County, and it goes right back to those big seniors and those guys that have been playing together. Defensively, Hazard has got to stop the run game for Breathitt County.
Yeah, Rob, the carousel running backs for Breathitt County is very strong. We've seen it every game this year. They put up big numbers in the rushing category, and if Hazard wants success on the defensive side of the ball, they got to stop the run.
Yeah, if Hazard can make Breathitt County a one-dimensional team to where they're only able to throw the ball, or they're shutting down part of that run game, then they'll have a good chance of success here tonight defensively. For Breathitt County, just right out of the box, we want to talk about these two injuries that we've got going on the field. They got to get going early, and they got to get going strong up front to open up that backfield that we talk about.
Yeah. Like we were saying about the carousel running backs, one of the ponies is out tonight. Is Jaden Gibson has a foot injury, but we've said it all year for the Bobcats. If they get that run going, they can get a lot of things going in their offense, Rob.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the big key for me in this game, we hear a lot about quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. We know very well that we've got one of the best in the state in Miles Holland, but so do the Hazard Bulldogs and William Shoptaw. He's a sophomore. He's composed. He's a very good threat in the backfield at the quarterback position, and able to manage the team and run the show and be the general for this Bulldog ball club. Defensively, if Breathitt County can hurry up the quarterback and put him into some positions where he has to make quicker decisions, where he's maybe throws some passes he doesn't want to throw and does some things he doesn't want to do, then they're going to be successful on defense.
Definitely, Rob. Anyone with any kind of football knowledge will know that if a quarterback doesn't have time in the pocket, gets a little rushed, he's more likely to make mistakes, which seems to be what happened last week against Prestonsburg.
Yep, you're exactly right. Folks, we appreciate you joining us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. This is the Tim Short Kickoff Classic, also sponsored by ARH, and we have also been labeled this the Heroes in the Holler, as we've got all the veterans and a lot of military folks here with us tonight here at Daniel Field. We're going to take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation and go to commercial, and we'll be back to get the kickoff set for you.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, folks, we are back from Daniel Field, the Bulldogs and the Bobcats here at the Tim Short Kickoff Classic. The first home opener for the Bulldogs here at the new field, new stadium. Evan, a great facility, a great night for football. We were outside walking around, taking a little bit of a tour. Just a great place for us to sit up here and be able to call the game. And as we look out on the field, the Bobcats kickoff team is set to kick this one off, and the Bulldogs will be receiving the ball here to our left.
Yeah, Rob. Like we were saying in our pregame, the Bobcats are going to look to apply pressure early and cause mistakes for the Bulldogs. This could be a great tempo-setting drive for the Bobcats here on defense.
Yes, we talk about the Bobcats and injuries. We also got to make note that Alex Strong is out with a minor shoulder injury here. As we get this one underway, the kick from Spencer going to be muffed and fumbled and dropped around the 35-yard line by the Bulldogs. So the Bobcats there to cover that one up, and that'll be the first opportunity for the Bulldogs offensively to come out. And that'll be the first Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for Hazard. Looks like it'll be on the left hash at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Rob. As you were saying, the Bobcats are missing a co-lead tackler, Alex Strong, which makes a big hole in the defense, but the Bobcats hope that is filled by number 1, Eli Thomas.
Yeah, we're going to see how he does at that linebacker position, and he's out there right now. We'll keep an eye on him playing. Braden Barnett also in there at a linebacker. Shoptaw, the quarterback, will come out and get set on offense. 2 receivers each side. They're working on the clock right now here at the field before we kick this one off. Trying to get 11:36 back on the clock.
Yeah. We'll mention the Hazard pass game right now since they're in the spread formation. The Bulldogs' leading passer, William Shoptaw, was 783 yards. They look to be very dangerous in the passing game, Rob.
Yeah, I believe so. Breathitt County's really got to watch that short yardage passing game. We've got to have some good passing coverage on defense. We played really good in that Saturday return game. Disciplined defense, 2 important words here for the Bobcats going forward in this game against the Bulldogs.
Yeah. What will be important for the Bobcats here early, though, Rob, is to establish that discipline early. They won't have that time to go back home and come back on a Saturday this time around.
Set the tone early. Get the clock set. 11:36, waiting on the whistle from the referee. Trying to see what the number in the backfield was on the running back. Is that a number 2?
Number 2?
I think it is.
No, I think it might be a number 11.
Now we're going to 11:55 on the clock. Is that right?
Nope, that is number 2, Rob.
I've got number 2 down as Cameron Miller. Freshman wide receiver.
Guess we'll see when he tucks the ball, Rob.
Yep. Shoptaw with Miller back in the backfield. 2 receivers to each side. Still working on the clock here at Daniel Field. I want to say special thanks to our sponsors. Family Pharmacy will be on board once again tonight, sponsoring all of our scoring drives between the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. Also, you've heard it here once already. The Buckhorn Children and Family Services will be sponsoring our first downs. And People's Bank and Trust Company of Hazard, also the PBT Bancorp, will be sponsoring our player of the game. So as we're still working on the clock, trying to get the scoreboard set at 11:55, we will take a quick break and go to commercial, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you.
And we're back. We're ready here. Shoptaw in the backfield. Clock is set at 11:55, and we are ready to go. Man in motion. Shoptaw calls for it. Give up the middle, and tackle going to be made around the 40-yard line. And a good run out of the backfield for Miller.
Yeah. Usually Usually you don't see usually you might see you run here and there in a passing team. It probably set the Bobcats off a little bit because you prepare for a passing team and they run the ball first play.
Mountain football
Yeah.
at its finest. Another man in motion, fake screen pass, gets past a number of defenders and finally brought down up around the 49-yard line by Sawyer Hall and Braden Barnett. Looked like we had about 3 defenders collapse on the initial tackle, and the young man able to get out of there.
I believe that was number 14, Gavin Johnson, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, Johnson is the leading receiver for the Bulldogs with 278 yards on the season so far.
Well, he made a good job of making the Bobcat defenders miss on that one. Here we go on the other side. Screenplay, other side to number 15, and he'll get up to about the 48 over in Breathitt Bobcat territory. And that pass is made by, or completion made by Corbin Fletcher.
Yeah, Rob. Looks like some of the Bobcat defenders are playing back a little bit, and the Bulldogs taking advantage of that here early.
Exactly. It's a good place to have a screenplay. 2 backs now. One will go in motion for Shoptall. He'll look, throw short, another screen over, and he's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. Once again, that was number 14, Gavin Johnson, on the reception.
Bulldogs have found a lot of success here early, Rob, with these dink and dunk screenplays. And right now they have a 3rd and medium. Let's see what they can do here.
3rd and 4 with 10:09 on the clock. Bulldogs get set. The receivers stacked to the left now. One back in the backfield by Shoptall. He gets the snap. Fake pitch and a little screen over the middle intended for Fletcher goes incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and 4. And we got a whistle out on the field. I think we just cleaned that up. I thought the white hat was going to make an announcement there for a minute, but 9:51 on the clock, and that'll bring up 4th and 4 for the Bulldogs. And we'll see what Coach Matt Chandler draws up. Got to applaud Coach Chandler. He's done a lot here in a short period of time, bringing the Bulldogs from a 1-win season up to an 8-win season in just 2 years. So
definitely great turnaround for the Bulldogs.
Quick pass complete for a 1st down made, and number of defenders there finally to bring, I believe that was Johnson again on the reception, and that'll bring up another Buckhorn Children and Family Services 1st down for the Bulldogs as they inch closer towards the red zone.
Yeah, Shoptall going to his number 1 receiver again on that play, Rob, on a big play as well, as it was a 4th down right around the 40.
The clock operators.
I think we're working on the clock again at 9:34. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Franks, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
All right, folks, we are back here at the Tim Short Kickoff Classic at Daniel Field here in Hazard, Kentucky. Bulldogs and the Bobcats, a great matchup between two mountain teams, a 2A matchup against a 1A, and two clubs that are highly respected in Eastern Kentucky, Evan.
Definitely, Rob. These are two teams with a great amount of history. Two very storied ball clubs playing against each other. And like you said, great mountain history with these two teams.
Yeah, a lot of history between the two programs, a lot of state championships between the two programs. And we were applauding Matt Chandler earlier for the work that he's done here with the Bulldogs, and got a lot of steam going for this team. And I want to say thanks again to all of our sponsors. We appreciate these guys that are on board with us each and every game. Special thanks to Appalachian Regional Healthcare, More Health, More Care. ARH is more for Appalachia. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app. Hazard Community and Technical College, HCTC, where success coaches will help you stay on your path to success. Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, heating, along with septic and appliance parts. And as the players begin to walk out to end the timeout period, we will get back to the action here, hopefully. We've had a little bit of an issue here with our clock here at Daniel Field, but I think we're about to get that one lined out. Both teams on the field, and the Bulldogs set here on offense. One receiver each side, three backs in the backfield. He'll give to the tailback and pushes it forward up to about the 38-yard line, and that was Gavin Johnson on the run in the backfield for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Johnson really showing why he's the top athlete for the Bulldogs, Rob.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work offensively, and Hazard's obviously seen something they like. They're going to go back to this set, one receiver each side, three-back set. Johnson will go in motion. They'll give to the other back on the left, and number 8 will pick up
number 6.
Or is that number 6?
Number 6, Connor
Holbrook will pick up the yards for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs offense is starting to grow really good right now, Rob.
Moved the ball, and they got it up to the 26, looks like.
Yeah, enough for another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Bulldogs.
Yep. One receiver goes in motion. Shoptaw called for the snap, sits back in the pocket. Little screen play again. Makes one defender miss, and he's going to cut back towards the sideline. He's got an opening down an alley, and he dives into the end zone for the Bulldogs. So with 8:31 on the clock in the first, the Bulldogs strike first with 6 points on the board.
A really good play call from the Bulldogs. They may have been expecting some of that pressure we talked about pregame. And number 6, Connor Holbrook, just takes the screen pass, fights off the tackle from number 8, Jagger Burton, and just scampers into the end zone, Rob.
Yep. Screenplay, he came back inside, caught the ball, and then went back to the sideline. Little misdirection, if you will. Got everybody biting in, and he headed back to the sideline, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So with 8:31 on the clock, your score is 7-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back after this message.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back, folks, to Bluegrass Sports Nation. As the Hazard Bulldogs just drove down the field and scored in a very timely manner, Rob.
Yeah, they, kind of picking and choosing out of the playbook. Coach Chandler that time with a few running plays to cap things off and get the Bulldogs on down into the red zone, if you will. They were able to be successful through the air with passes to Johnson and Fletcher, and Shoptaw looked good back in the backfield at the quarterback position, not a lot of pressure so far from the
I
Bobcats.
was just
So
about to say that, Rob. You'd like to see a little bit more pressure from the Bobcats on a drive like that, but let's see how the offense responds.
a lot of those passes that he threw were quick screen plays and quick passes. So we'll see how the rest of the passing game goes as the kick will go out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. They'll call it out at the 21.
Rob, let's talk about this Bobcat running back room. As we have mentioned early on, number 9, Jaden Gibson, is sidelined tonight with an ankle injury. So what do you look to see tonight in the running backs?
We're going to miss Jaden Gibby Gibson in the backfield for the Bobcats. He's such a workhorse and such a player that can take a designed play and make it into something else with vision and a lot of knowledge, a lot of football IQ, if you will. What we're going to see is the Bobcats come with a back by the name of Braden Barnett that just went down to Estill County and scored those 2 touchdowns by himself. And you see him here as he breaks through that initial line up to about the 40-yard line. So first play of the game, Bobcats going to get Barnett in on the action. We're bragging about him going down to Estill County. A lot of people didn't expect that. Barnett was the only person to score all day Saturday. The Bobcats put it in the end zone twice, courtesy of Braden. You'll see Holland go back to work. One back each side now, waiting on the snap. And we got a quick whistle. Looks like we'll have a timeout for the Bobcats. We'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking,
Holland set in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left. And 2 backs in the backfield. Barnett at the blocking back, Thomas behind him. Moore with a quick timeout there, Coach Moore, to talk to the players, and no gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd and about 5 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Rob, we mentioned throughout our coverage this season that this is going to be a matchup of giants. So there's going to be a few times where the offenses get a little rutted here.
And Holland that time able to draw the defense offside. So the defense jumps before the ball snapped, and that 5-yard penalty will march it forward, and that will be a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for your Breathitt Bobcats.
You know, Rob, that's happened a few times this year where I bring something up and then something good happens.
It's actually good to see that happen on the flip side of the coin.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot this year where the Bobcat defense gets drawn off sides.
7:33 now on the clock. Bobcats working from the left hash. Holland with 2 receivers each side. 1 back just to his right. He'll put John Carter in motion, and he'll go out past the numbers deep on that right sideline, and he's going to throw deep down the sideline. Passes up, caught by Barker down around the 20-yard line. So the Bobcats through the air. Nice pitch and catch. Miles Holland to Barker. And a nice catch as he got up for that.
Absolutely. He just jumped over the defender, caught the ball, brought it around, tucked it in, and secured the catch, Rob. A great play from the senior.
Right back to the ground game as Barnett bounces off a couple tackles, and looks like the ball
took only maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, maybe a pickup of about 2. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like a pickup of about 2 yards.
Good. A favorable spot on the play, Rob. The Bobcat offense looking really good right now. Had a little rut, but got the first down and a great play after.
Well, it was a big Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down, courtesy of the air game for the Bobcats. And in the backfield, they go back. Is that Kylan Combs?
Yeah.
Yes, Kylan Combs in the backfield now for the Bobcats, and he'll pick up about a yard.
Yeah, I believe we'll see this a lot more. Bobcats switching out their running backs, especially with number 9, Jaden Gibson out. Get a lot more breathers as more people are playing different ways with some injuries.
Holland will move Thomas up to the left side now. 2 receivers to the right. Combs, 1 receiver single side to the left. Give to Thomas and he'll be tackled immediately right around the line of scrimmage. We got a flag coming in immediately from that line judge over on the Breathitt sideline.
Usually when you see someone flying like that, Rob, it could be a face mask or usually a defensive penalty. We'll see what the white hat calls.
It was a high tackle. We'll see. Personal foul face mask against the Bulldogs. Just a quick note, Austin Barker, the second leading receiver for the Bobcats with 104 yards on the season, and he just tacked on a few more with that big catch.
Definitely, Rob. He's showing out really big here in his senior season.
So with that penalty, that'll bring up another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down, and it will be 1st and goal for the Bobcats from about the 9-yard line.
Bobcat offense looks really efficient so far.
Holland with 3 receivers stacked to his left, takes the snap, give to Barnett in the backfield. He's got some blockers. He'll drive it up to about the 6 before he's brought down. So the offense working very efficiently, and it's been a while since we've seen a completion on a pass that big. We've seen a big one to Combs earlier in the season, but Barker that time.
And a big one to Eli Thomas, too.
And a big one to Eli Thomas.
Yeah, Bobcat offense is always looking to take the top off, but had a few
Holland with the keeper, fake inside, and looks like he's going to make it up to about the 5. I don't think he made it to the 4. He just crossed over the 5-yard line.
Mm-hmm. So he'll bring up
third down.
A third and about 5 till the end zone, Rob.
So the Bobcats go back to work on a 3rd and 5, 3rd and goal. Looking at the end zone right in front of them. 2 plays to try and get it in there. Holland sits back in the pocket, plenty of time, throws short, caught, and the pass is good for a touchdown. Bobcats.
John Carter Holland. Great play. Ran into the end zone, little misdirection on a pivot route, came back out, caught it, stayed in, fought the defender trying to knock the ball out of his hands. Great play from John Carter Holland.
Nice family pharmacy scoring drive by the Bobcats. And the Spencers will come out to attempt the point after. Wyatt will step it off and add them to hold with 4:49 on the clock here in the first. We had a few people moving off sides, I believe, that time.
Of course, we've seen this opportunity present itself for the Bobcats. If it's on the Bulldogs, they may go for 2 in this scenario.
It's true. Yep, offsides on the defense, and we'll see some changing of troops as the Spencers will go out. And Holland will come off the sideline with the play, and the 2-point conversion offensive unit will come onto the field with the ball sitting at about the 1.5-yard mark. 4:49, your score 7-6. Bobcats trying to take a 1-point lead with a 2-point conversion.
Eli Thomas in the backfield for the Bobcats.
Give to Thomas. He jumps, and we've got a motion that he is in. 2-point conversion is good. The Bobcats go up 8-7. We'll be back after this message.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
All right, folks, we are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you the Tim Short Kickoff Classic here from Daniel Field in Hazard, Kentucky. The Bobcats go up 8-7 over Hazard right now with 4:49 on the clock here in the first. Thanks again to our sponsors, Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Healthcare. Come see them for all your medical needs. Now open 7 days a week. And Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts. They'll keep you back into the action. Thanks to Colby for always taking care of our Bobcats. Bobcats kicking team back on the field. Evan, what do you think about that series by Coach Moore and his Bobcats?
It's a great series, Rob. I mean, they just faced the adversity well, and many people might be looking at that drive and saying, what adversity, Evan? Well, when you lose your second leading rusher, it can be really hard to come back and come to the game, come into a game like this and play well without him there.
True. Well, you see the Bulldogs make the reception on the kickoff, and the young man brings it up to about the see where the spot's going to be.
I thought 45, 46-yard line, maybe?
He's going to set it at the 46, I believe.
Good return for the
A really good return, yeah.
Puts them very close to Bobcat territory.
Left hash mark for the Bulldogs at the 46. Another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for Hazard. 3 receivers stacked to the right now. Single receiver over to the left. Shoptaw takes the quick snap, looks, doesn't like what he's got, rolls over to the right, just throws it out of bounds, incomplete.
Starting to see some of that pressure, Rob, and great coverage from our DBs as well. They've probably picked up more on the screens, cover those off very well. Made Shoptaw panic a little bit, made him roll out and throw out the ball.
Coach Chandler not happy with the decision making, I don't think, on that process. One receiver comes out. He's going to talk to that one. And end of the ball game was number 17, and that is Max Kilburn. End of the ball game for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers again stacked to the right. Trips right. Empty backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Shoptaw waiting on the snap. Puts a man in motion. Come back and set up beside of him and give to him in the backfield. That is Holbrook again, I believe, and he's going to be tackled for a loss.
Wow.
The Bobcats, Eli Thomas, Braden Barnett, and also Jagger Burton in on the tackle.
And Rob, that play begins with Eli Thomas coming down and making that tackle.
Yes, sir.
A few people may have had some question marks about putting Thomas at the linebacker position, thinking maybe he didn't have the defensive knowledge, but he looks like he's playing very well so far, and especially on that tackle, which will go down as a tackle for a loss, I think.
I tell you what, he will be one quick linebacker. He's a fast young man. Defense gets set. Shoptaw goes to work, trips to the left. He sits back, looks to his left, going to throw left deep down the field. Got a man out there open, makes the catch, still on his feet as he beats one defensive back and a missed tackle on the other. And with 3:49 on the clock, Coach Chandler's Bulldogs strike again through the air, courtesy of Shoptaw.
Great vision by Shoptaw there. It looked like he read the field very well. The safety was following back towards the route towards more of the middle of the field, and he found that route out there near the numbers and just struck it well. Great run in by the young man who I didn't catch his number.
Yeah, I didn't see the receiver number, but the pass from Shoptaw was on point. Holbrook.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, looks like
Holbrook made the reception. Okay. So 13-6 your score, 3:49 on the clock. Bulldogs bring out the point after team, and the kick is up, and it is good. So that'll make your score 14-8. We'll be back after this message.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Thanks for tuning in here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, folks. We couldn't do it without our fine sponsor. One of those is Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance and the Little Flower Clinic, full-service medical clinic providing general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic, and even chiropractic coverage. Also, the law offices of David A. Johnson, with offices here in Hazard and in Jackson. People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. SEC Auto Sales, the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with her famous hoagies. And Wolfe County Tourism. Come see all that Wolfe County has to offer. Thanks to all those fine sponsors for being with us here at the Hazard Bulldog versus the Breathitt Bobcat game tonight. So, Evan, as we come back to the kickoff for the Bulldogs, just a phenomenal pass play that time by Shoptaws. We watched Spencer pick up the kick, and he's up to about the 49-yard line for the 44-yard line for the Bobcats.
Good strong pickup and run from the sophomore Bobcat. But yeah, Rob, when you come into a game like this, Hazard is a very heavy passing team. So they're going to have that success in the passing game like we just saw.
Yeah, Shoptaw had to like what he saw that time when he sat back. He looked to his left. He made a very quick progression that time. Obviously, they've seen something they liked offensively over there. They went to that corner quickly. Offensively, the Bobcats get set. Two receivers to the right, give in the backfield to Thomas. He breaks this one around the left side. He's at the 40, the 30, 2 men to outrun, and they finally bring him down up around the 16 or 17-yard line. So one play later, courtesy of Eli Thomas, and the Bobcats are in the red zone.
Yeah, a big Buckhorns Children and Family Services first down for Eli as he takes the ball again, Rob.
Give again, same play around the left side, up to the 10, the 5. Maybe he's out of bounds around the 7. Looked like he was going to get up to that 5-yard line, but so Eli once again bringing the ball over on the left side, around that right off the left tackle. This time Thomas will set up as a receiver, 2 receivers each side. Barnett, single back just to the right of Holland. Holland waiting on the snap, takes, give in the backfield to Barnett. Over on the left side again. He dances. He's in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Another Farmers scoring play by the Bobcats as Barnett gets in at 3:23 on the clock.
Yeah, Rob. As we were talking about pregame, it doesn't look like the Bobcats have much to worry about with that second back Gibson being out, as Braden Barnett just fills that role perfectly in his absence.
Yeah, Barnett that time able to take it. Courtesy of Eli Thomas moved the ball up the field really well for the Bobcats, but Barnett able to top it off and put the icing on the cake for the Bobcats with 3:23 on the clock. Another score, and Wyatt Spencer steps onto the field to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and it is no good. So with 3:23 on the clock, we got a tie ball game. Bulldogs 14, Bobcats 14. We'll be right back.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
All right, folks, Bluegrass Sports Nation, we are back here from Daniel Field here from Hazard. 3:23 on the clock. What a running game we have for the Bobcats, Evan, as we're down Gibby Gibson, but we turn it over to Braden Barnett and say, here you go, young man.
Definitely. It's kind of reminiscent of what many people who watch the NFL see in the Lions with like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, how you have this fast, speedy back who can get you in those situations and a strong, powerful back who can put you in the end zone.
Yeah, Barnett at that time, like I said, just able to pick up the last 5 or 6 yards on that drive and puts it in for the tying score with 3:23 on the clock. The kick by Burton. Good kick, going to sail back to about the 16, 17-yard line. Brought up the middle by number 15, and a good return that time by Corbin Fletcher of the Bulldogs as he'll bring it up. Both of these teams have done really good tonight on kick coverage or kickoff return as far as getting the ball back up the field yards after the catch.
Yeah, Rob, both special teams units have done a really good job getting both teams in great position for their start of their drives.
Bulldogs will start off at midfield. Ball on the 40, we'll call it the 43. Shoptaw when they roll out to his right. He's looking right, throws, and pass is caught. And yes, it'll say complete, and it'll be up to the 49-yard line in Bobcat territory.
Good catch by Holbrook on the play to be able to stay in bounds and finish the catch, Rob.
8-yard reception. Be second down and 2 now for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers in the backfield. 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. Shoptaw rolls to his left. Throws long. And pass intended out there. I think that was
for Gavin Johnson. But great coverage on the play by number 3, John Carter. He was on him like glue, Rob.
Yeah, he was right with him, right in his pocket. And whenever the receiver and the defensive back are that close, the first thing I watch for is hand movement pressure from the offensive guy or the defensive guy, and that flag for pass interference. Very clean play that time by John Carter and the receiver. 2 receivers each side stacked now. Screenplay coming for Johnson, and he is open. The catch made as he rounds the block, and Johnson will rumble into the end zone with 2:55 on the clock for the Bulldogs for another score. That time the screenplay set up perfectly. A good block. Johnson gets around the block and up the field he scampers. 20-14 your score now. And the Bulldogs look to bring on the point after kick attempt. I think that's Kilburn out there that number 17.
Looks like it.
Kilburn with
Great play by the Bulldogs, though. They've been using the screen game all night, and it pays off for them in big dividends this drive, Rob.
Kick is up, and it's good. And that'll make your score 21-14 with 2:55. .255 on the clock here from Hazard. The Bulldogs up 21-14 over the Bobcats. A first quarter full of offense. And Bulldogs continue to roll, courtesy of Gavin Johnson as he scampers into the end zone for that last score. And Hazard will come back and go back to work. And these guys to my left have got to leave my help alone. I gotta have this guy here. I'm giving Evan a hard time with my buddies from Hazard. Give a shout out to John Fletcher and Scott Napier here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Kick going to be covered, and up the middle of the field is Braden Barnett as he lowers his shoulder.
Wow.
Drives up to about the 45. I believe that was Barnett on the
Yeah, it was
reception.
Braden Barnett. And it just shows you how powerful he is because he gets hit around the 40-yard line or maybe about the 42, 43-yard line, lowers his shoulder and carries the defender another 2 or 3 yards.
So the ball spotted at the middle of the field, 2:48 on the clock here in the first. While you were away from the headset, I was talking about how an amazing offensive first quarter we've had.
Definitely. 35 points in the first quarter is insane, Rob.
Kylan Combs will move over to the right of Holland. 2 receivers to the left, give in the backfield to Combs. He beats a defender and tackle made up around the 49-yard line by Johnson.
Looks like they'll spot the ball at the
50.
50.
Forward
A good
progress.
5-yard gain for Kylan Combs as he's
Very good
another speedy, shifty back like Eli Thomas.
Very good spot.
Yes. And
for
this
the
set as
Bobcats.
well, it puts another weapon in Thomas out there at the receiver position.
It does. 2nd and 5, and Holland likes to throw to him. John Carter will move out in front of the Bulldog sideline. Holland looking for him, going to move up into the pocket, flushed out of there. He'll come over, throws short, and a nice catch by Holland to actually take a moment to look down and make sure he's in bounds when he makes the catch.
You see that a lot sometimes, Rob, when the play breaks down and quarterback moves a lot, a defender may move up, and that allows players down the field to get open, like we saw with Carter Holland.
So that'll be another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Cats. 2 receivers each side now. Holland will move out wide to the right. Combs and Thomas, your receivers here on the left. Kylan Combs, single back to the right beside Holland. Holland waits on the snap, takes it, looks quick. Going to roll out to his right. He's got a man coming after him, throws, and it's going to be caught and tackled right around the sticks. And that was John Carter Holland with another reception. And that pass just short of the first down. We'll call it 2nd and 1 on a 9-yard reception.
Good game so far for the Bobcats' leading receiver as he's gotten 2 back-to-back catches that have been pretty big for the Bobcats.
Holland waiting on the call again. Kylan Combs to his right, takes a snap, giving the backfield to Combs, gets past one defender, tripped up around the 31, maybe the 32.
Looks like it will be enough for a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Bobcats. Is Kylan Combs kind of shuffles through a minefield in that play, Rob.
Yeah.
The play broke down a lot.
Could have been tackled right at the line of scrimmage, and Combs able to be shifty and get by the defender, and still tripped up. Pickup of about two. Two receivers each side. Holland sits back, fakes the screen pass, got a man open, and tipped incomplete. And Barker was there ready for another reception, but a great defensive play by the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Sometimes you see that with a quarterback. They'll see a wide open go route down the field, and their eyes will get big, but that safety is there to make the play.
Yeah, he broke on the ball well. So stacked receivers to the left for now. Thomas going to go back to the backfield. Barnett in at the blocking back, give in the backfield to Thomas. Gets past one defender, and he'll move it forward up to about the 25. So with 1:07 on the clock, looks like the receiver is going to switch sides of the field. Barnett, H-back up in front of Thomas. Coach Kyle Moore making the call. Holland checks it. Steps up, waits on the snap. Give in the backfield to Thomas. Gets past the defender. Plows forward, dragging a Hazard defender with him. And that'll be enough for another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down, courtesy of Eli Thomas.
Rob, throughout our coverage, we have talked a lot about how Bobcat running backs are great after contact, and usually we say that about Jaden Gibson. But Eli Thomas is doing a great job getting those extra yards after contact tonight.
Yeah, he's really kept his feet moving and been able to get past that initial line of defenders. And we give again in the backfield to Thomas. Makes one defender miss, headed towards the corner, past the 10 up to about the 8-yard line. So once again, the Bobcats look to Eli Thomas deep in the red zone, and I think that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score is 21-14. Bulldogs in front of the Bobcats. We'll be back after this message.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
All right, folks, we are back. Thanks to our sponsors again, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, Dr. Howard can help, including auto accidents and workers' compensation. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in the Jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. And, of course, Rose Brothers Department Stores with locations in Jackson and Bataville. Evan and I just sitting here talking about this first quarter full of offense, 21-14. Your score in the first 12-minute period of this ball game. The Bobcats have marched back down the field and go back to work. They'll flip ends of the field. And Thomas with the direct Wildcat snap got a blocker and looks like he's up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, looks like it'll be enough for another Buckhorns Children and Family Services first down for the Bobcats as they go back to the Wildcats set. Bobcat offense has been very run-heavy so far, Rob, which is almost shocking looking at the scoreboard because sometimes you see a run-heavy team, and you think it's going to be a slow game for them.
Yeah, it's been fast-paced so far. Thomas spins and finds his way into the end zone with 11:38 on the clock.
Rob, in recent years, yards after contact has become a very big talking point for running backs, and Eli Thomas just keeps bringing it up for us as he looks almost wrapped up around the 3 or 2 3-yard line and just dances around into the end zone.
I thought he was stopped about the 3, but Thomas able to spin, keep his feet moving, and finds the end zone again with 11:38 here in the second quarter. Point after attempt by Spencer. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and that one is good. And that'll make your score 21 all. 11:38 on the clock in a second. We'll be back after this message.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Thanks again to our sponsors. We appreciate the Buckhorn Children's and Family Services being with us there in that commercial. We appreciate them sponsoring all of our first downs here between the ball clubs tonight. We also have Family Pharmacy on as a sponsor, taking care of all of our scoring drives. And we want to say also special thanks to People's Bank for sponsoring our player of the game. Be watching for that after tonight's broadcast, as we'll pick a player of the game here between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. Kicking team for the Cats coming onto the field. Back deep for the Bulldogs. We have, looks like Fletcher. And I'm trying to see the number on the other gentleman on the other side of the field. Can't see it from here.
Yeah, Rob.
Got a little glare on the window on my side.
Yeah, it looks like the Bobcats have elected to bring back Burton for their kicker right now. We seen that last drive as well. As we've seen throughout the few games, Burton is your more depth kicker, and while Spencer is more your squib onside guy.
So the kick by Burton, high in the air, going to be aimed back around the 25 and caught, and the young man going to dive up to about the 40. That was number 2, Cameron Miller, on the reception and the run after the catch. So the Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bulldogs. We'll start off at the left hash and going to be spotted at the 40-yard line.
Both of the Bulldog offense has been very dominant tonight, Rob, especially through the air, as they've had screens wide open, very deep passes, and we haven't gotten much pressure from the Bobcat line.
Offensive line for the Bulldogs doing a great job keeping those defensive guys out, as we see. Looks like Sawyer Hall hanging on for a tackle there on Miller.
Good run from the Bulldog.
Pickup of about 6 yards for Miller.
Young Bulldog as well, as on my roster. It says he's a freshman, Rob.
So Shoptaw will go back to work. Takes a snap in the backfield again. Give to Miller. Around the left side and tripped up and run out of bounds. And that'll be good enough for a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. And it'll be at the 45-yard line in Breathitt Bobcat territory.
Looks like the Bulldogs are taking a page out of the Bobcats book, Rob, going with the zone run on these last few plays and finding a lot of success. Almost.
Now this last set hurt us a lot the last time they run it, and that time you see Johnson with the catch. This was the same set with the receivers where Johnson took the screenplay all the way to the end zone in the last quarter.
Coach Chandler looking to maybe establish the run and then pull the rug out from under the Bobcats with a strong pass game after the fact.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Shoptaw. He'll take the snap, give in the backfield to Miller. Miller gets past 1 defender, still on his feet. Will ride it forward up to about the 30-yard line. 10-19 on the clock here in the second. Ball on the left hash right at the 30-yard line. Bulldogs knocking on the door of the red zone here. 10 yards to go to get to the 20. Another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. Shoptaw will go back to work. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Puts a man in motion. Sits back, throws quick to Johnson. Johnson makes a defender miss, still on his feet, spins. Will be tackled by Colby Bird up around the 18-yard line.
It's a really good play call from the Bulldogs. They send the tight end number 0, Javion Fullwood, in motion to kind of crack block the DB and allow the screen play for Johnson.
Another first down for the Bulldogs. They'll go back to work. from the 20, starting in the red zone. Shoptaw rolls to his right, looking towards the end zone. Got a man open at the 10. He'll hurdle one defender, and he'll be marked down around it looks like the 2, maybe the 3-yard line.
First down.
So it'll be first and goal for the Bulldogs. Looks like the 3-yard line from here. So the Bulldogs quickly march it back down the field. We talked about this early too, Evan. Both of these teams have had good field position with each kickoff. So
yes, I believe they started maybe around the 45
right
that
at,
drive, Rob.
Right at the 40.
Yeah, 40 or 45.
Bulldogs get set. Shoptaw waits on the snap, takes it, going to pitch. That's Miller headed towards the corner of the end zone. And he is in for a family pharmacy touchdown. Bulldogs with 9:10 on the clock.
The Bulldogs offense looked absolutely just dominant on this drive, Rob. Great to see them in the run game as well. They are a very pass-heavy team, but they ran the ball very well this drive.
Offense meaning business here in the Tim Short Kickoff Classic. Bulldogs march it down the field, put it back in pay dirt. 27-21 your score with 9:10 on the clock here left in the first half. And that is Kilburn on to attempt the point after. It's up, and it is good. 28-21 your score. We'll be back after this message.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
It's 9:10 on the clock here in the first half. 28-21 your score. Bulldogs in front by 7. And the Bulldogs will come out and kick this one off to the Cats. They march down the field once again. Heavy on the offense here in the first half. No lack of scoring from either team at this point.
Yeah, Rob, as I was just about to say, if you're a defensive junkie, this is not the game for you. I mean, we have 49 points in the first half so far and 9 minutes and 10 seconds left. There could be another 2 possessions from each team with how quick they're scoring, Rob.
It's unreal. I want to say thanks again to PBT Bancorp, serving the banking needs of Perry County since 1923. And they'll be helping us choose a player of the game here after tonight's contest.
And we'll have a lot to think about because everyone's got a little something tonight, Rob.
They do. Everybody making a strong case. Kick, squib kick, going to bounce high, going to be covered by Caleb Neese, and he'll fall on it around the 43-yard line.
Good coverage from Neese on that play. You see a lot of squibs like that get away from the guys, and Hazard could have come away with that one and been in great field position to start.
When the ball takes a bounce like that, it's a scary thing. It gets over the head of one receiver. Neese there to pick it up. And the Bobcats with a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down from the 43-yard line over on the right hash. Well, let's make that the 48.
I'd look for the Bulldogs to maybe come back to that later if the game's still very close. 2
receivers each side. Holland will give him the back. No, he keeps it. Pulls it out from Barnett. Going to keep. Gets up to the 40. Still on his feet. He hops back up. Looked like a hard hit that time on the quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like a big hit on the play, Rob. But Miles Holland is a very tough quarterback. And as we mentioned last week with Estill County, he's a dangerous aspect to the Bobcats zone game because he can pull that ball if he gets the read and get it for decent yards. He got it for about a
like a 5-yard
run. So that's not bad. Puts him in even closer to reaching the Bulldog territory.
2 receivers each side. Going to go down the field with a pass. And they got a pass interference call coming from the sideline. And that's one of those issues that I just tell you, every time you throw a ball up, it's a 50-50 whether you're going to get a pass interference call anymore.
Definitely, Rob. You just get too handsy and it's just automatic
Yeah, hard to be a defender in the passing game. If you touch the receiver, if they get tripped up, a lot of times that flag is going to come out.
Definitely. And you might think Holland might have seen that from his position and threw that ball to maybe point the direction or point the attention of the refs that direction, throw that flag.
So that'll bring up a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Cats, 2 receivers each side. Barnett in the backfield with Holland. He'll get set just to his left. Takes the snap, give to Barnett inside, and he's met immediately. Looks like a tackle for a loss, maybe a loss of a yard.
For the most part, the Bobcat run offense has been very, very, very sound and good. But there's been a few plays where the Bulldog defenders just caved down and stopped the run.
Defense that time able to make a stop. Barnett is not an easy running back to bring down.
Oh, you need about 2 or 3 guys to get down.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, giving the backfield to Thomas, and he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So
looks like the Bulldogs have gone to a defensive set where they edge down, they knife down inside. We saw this a lot 2 years ago when the Bobcats played Belfry at home, where edge defenders were coming down and making tackles in the backfield as soon as the quarterback met the mesh point.
3rd and long for the Bobcats. We'll see how they react here on a 3rd down conversion if they're able to. 3rd and long. First time they've been in this situation all night. Barnett to the right of Holland. Takes his snap, looks, rolls out to his right. Good block by Barnett. Going to go down the field. Long ball, man, back there. And we got another pass interference call. John Carter Holland makes the turn to go back for the pass. And like I said, it's a 50-50. I'm not even for sure on the
most folks
interference. But
when people look at a call like that, they usually say the defender is face guarding
exactly.
Wide receiver, which it looked like the defender was doing, just went face to face with Carter. So, of course, pass interference call is one of those calls where you really can't say if it's a good or bad call. It's usually just a toss up, like you said.
50-50 chance on the flag on a pass like that, then that will be a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down. For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has brought healing and hope to families across Kentucky, from addiction recovery to foster care. Thanks to Buckhorn Children and Family Services for sponsoring our first downs here tonight. 2 receivers each side for the Cats. Holland waits on the snap. Flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. Couldn't get rid of it. And a huge loss of yards that time for the Bobcats as Holland couldn't get away from the defenders. I almost thought we were looking at a screen, a middle screen.
It looked like a middle screen. Don't know if it's a situation where the Bulldogs brought too many defenders or Holland just hung onto the ball too long.
6:44 here left in the first half. 28-21 your score.
Bobcats just got a big setback on this drive, Rob.
2nd and forever for the Cats. Trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. Holland sits back. Steps in the pocket. Throws. He's got a man wide open. And I think is that Kylan Combs on the reception?
Looks like it might be coming back, Rob, as we have a flag in the backfield.
Flag in the backfield. To see what the penalty is. Yep. Holding on the offense. So Bobcats shoot herself in the foot on that play. Combs with a great reception out of the backfield, and could have been a pickup of big yards before the penalty.
Yeah, Bobcats are set back big time, Rob. This looks like almost a 2nd and 35 on the play.
Markers on the 15-yard line. So
literally
we're on the 49.
2nd and forever.
So ball spotted on the 49. Holland waiting on the call. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Quick screen pass to Thomas. Up to the 45. Lowers his shoulder. Gets up to about the
looks like they're up
41.
where they were last play, Rob.
Yep. Up to about the 41. So 6:09 on the clock.
Bobcats still digging themselves out of a hole, Rob.
Still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, 3rd and forever coming up for them.
Right hash, 41-yard line, Holland. Back in Bulldog territory after being spotted back close to the 50. 2 receivers each side. Holland sits back in the pocket, going to throw short. He's got Barker. Barker still on his feet at the 30, still on his feet, dancing, and going to be brought down. So not able to pick up any yards. Bulldog comes out of there with the ball, but Mr. Referee says, I'll take that ball, please. You're going to spot it at the 30 at midfield. Still 4th and 15.
Yeah, I look for the Bobcats to maybe draw the Bulldog defenders off sides on this.
Pick up 5, maybe.
Specific snap, Rob.
A disciplined defense will not fall for that, but we've seen it work once here tonight. We'll see how the Bulldogs react on 4th and 15. Bobcats looking for a big-time conversion or a penalty here with 4:52 on the clock. And we got a whistle on the field. We'll take a timeout with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
(28-21) your score here from Hazard, Kentucky. The Bulldogs over the Bobcats here in the first half. A wild offensive first quarter. Just both teams up and down the field. The Bobcats faced with a 4th and 15, Evan, where you would think, like we were talking about, offensively, the coach may try to draw the defense off sides. The Bobcats need a penalty or a big-time conversion here.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe
see
in
what's
the
drawn up.
maybe in the timeout huddle, the Bobcats are still going to try to draw them off sides, so they have a play ready just in case they don't.
2 receivers each side. Holland sits back in the pocket, rolls to his right. At the hash mark, dances back to the left, has to get away from a defender, throws it up, and he gets rid of it on 4th and 15. And the Bulldogs will take over on downs. So it'll be a Bulldog first down. Buckhorn Children and Family Services from the 30-yard line.
Big moment for the Bulldogs here is they can take a 2-possession lead over this game. Of course, in a game like this, your first thought is the first team to get a stop wins, Rob.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's really defensively one of the first stops that we've seen all night, as far as no conversion on a big yardage play and on 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah. Let's see if that lights a fire into the Bobcat defense.
Well, as they give in the backfield, and that time it goes to Miller. It looks like Miller is going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. Pick up a 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3 from the middle of the field. Ball on the 37. The receivers to the right now for Shoptaw, one to his left. Take the snap, give in the backfield to Miller. Miller picks up the first down, still on his feet, will drive forward. And it looks like it's going to get it up to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, looks like the Bulldogs offense is really going to try to pull that momentum they gained last drive with them, where they just absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage and just got nearly a 5-yard gain every play they got the chance to, and very minimal stops on that last drive, Rob. It looks like that may be the case on this drive again.
Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. Pass to Johnson. Johnson makes one defender miss, still on his feet, drives it over into Bobcat territory up to about the 38-yard line. Another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bulldogs with 3:34 on the clock.
Yeah, it looks like
we got a quick timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on BSN.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
All right, folks, we are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation, 28-21. Your score here from Hazard. The Bulldogs over the Bobcats as we are getting ever close to our halftime period. The Bulldogs have marched it over into Bobcat territory. 3:30 on the clock here in the first half, and receivers stacked to the left for Shoptaw. He sends them out of there, looking deep down the field, going to throw. He's got a man back there. And we got a pass interference call on Breathitt County.
Yeah,
that'll be thrown on Kylan Combs.
Once again, looks like the defender got too handsy on the play. Looked like he was almost stiff arming him, trying to keep him away from the ball.
No shortage of pass interference calls here tonight. 3:23 on the clock.
Rob, I believe that might be the third one they've called tonight.
Third or fourth. Yeah. So that'll be a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers each side for Shoptaw, giving the backfield to Miller. He'll drive it forward. Nice pickup for Miller up to about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs have broken into the red zone, Rob, in the waning minutes of this second quarter.
Second and about 3.
Bulldog offense looking once again dominant on this drive.
Fullwood there at the blocking back. Miller gets past one defender, and he'll move the ball forward. It'll go out of bounds. Looks like at the 11-yard line, but that'll be enough for a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for Hazard.
The Bulldogs have really flipped the script and gone more towards a running game here, Rob. We haven't seen much passing this drive.
Yeah, and Miller has carried the ball down the field, and they've been able to eat some time off the clock, and you can do that with a lead on the scoreboard. Give inside to Miller again. He gets past the initial line of defenders and into the end zone for a Family Pharmacy touchdown. Hazard Bulldogs with 2:21 on the clock.
Great run from Miller, man. He just takes the ball, finds the hole down the middle, and just takes some contact about the 5-yard line. But like we've said all night, with yards after contact, just takes it well and goes into the end zone. Bulldogs storm in, take a 2-possession lead over this game, Rob.
Miller with the last 2 scores for the Bulldogs, and Kilburn on to attempt the point after. Pick is up, almost blocked. And it's good. So we'll take a quick break here on BSN. We'll be back after this message.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Welcome back, folks. What the Hazard Bulldogs call the holler, as we've just seen the Bulldogs march down the field, kill a whole lot of clock, and take a 2-possession lead in this game. And a game we thought was going to be a lot of offense. We see them get a big stop, and they've taken control of this game, Rob.
Well, Cameron Miller heard us talking about it. We just made mention that he had got the last score and had a run-heavy session of offense down the field and controlling the clock. You can do that when you're up 1 score, and they turn around and give it back to Miller, and he punches it in for another score. So 2:21 on the clock. Your score's 35-21, and the Bulldogs will come back out to kick this one off deep. to Thomas and Carter of the Bobcats.
Yeah. You got to look for the Bobcats here to maybe have a commanding drive of their own where they go down and score and kill enough clock as they do get the ball after half, Rob.
That would be ideal for the Bobcats in this situation.
Yes,
Thomas and Carter are going to move up to about the 20-yard line.
It will be a hard situation to go through as they are have 2 minutes left with no timeouts.
And ball going to be covered up at the 35-yard line.
You know, it's like a Cameron Johnson on the stop for the Bobcats. It'll start them around the looks to be about the 35-yard line near midfield.
Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Cats, midfield at the 35. Two receivers to the left for Holland, one to the right. Give to Thomas in the backfield. He's got an opening. Still on his feet at the 50, finally brought down, or at the 45, finally brought down around the 48-yard line.
Once again, it's just awesome seeing Eli Thomas run the ball. He took all kinds of contact. Could have been down behind the line or behind the sticks. Finds a way to get forward and gets a few more yards after the fact too, Rob.
Yeah, another BCFS first down for the Bobcats. Holland fake to Thomas, throws deep down the field, and he'll go out of bounds and incomplete.
Looks like some miscommunication there from the quarterback to his receivers. May have thought that Carter or I believe that's Austin Barker were running a deeper route when they were actually running more of a go and comeback route.
Yeah, miscommunication there on the pass play on that side of the field, definitely.
Mm-hmm. But it's a good thing the pass play stops the clock, as the Bobcats do not have any timeouts as they try to go down here in the waning few moments of this second quarter.
2nd and 10 for the Cats, 1:44 on the clock. Snap from Carson Miller, give in the backfield to Thomas. Thomas on his feet, bounces off a couple defenders, going to get back to the initial line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down for the Bobcats right now. Of course, if we thought we may have had an injury, but
I thought we did. I heard a whistle, but
looks like he may have just got a little caught up.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on BSN.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711.
We are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation. 2 receivers each side for Miles Holland. He's set in the backfield, takes a snap. Going to be flushed out of the pocket and tackled for a loss. Another sack by the Bulldogs. A great defensive play as Miles is tackled back around the 36, maybe the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Rob. In a game where we haven't seen much defense, the Hazard defense has just come absolutely alive and has taken control of this game in a bit. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them here.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
All right, folks, we are back. Bluegrass Sports Nation, 35-21 your score here. The Bulldogs over the Bobcats after the timeout. And we will get set on offense. Looks like the Bobcats are going to be forced to punt after that sack, courtesy of the defense of the Bulldogs. There's the snap. Kick is in the air. Good long punt for Spencer. It'll fall back around the 29 and be covered up back there. I believe that's Johnson. Still on his feet. Spins and brought down around the 36-yard line.
Good shoestring tackle by Braden Barnett. Looks like if he may have not got that, Johnson could have been gone for a punt return touchdown, Rob.
Yeah, quick back, whether he's on offense or on special teams, and a great yard after the catch that time.
Yeah. Bobcats may look to go to more of a prevent style of defense here, Rob, with 1:08 left on the clock and Hazard's lethal passing game.
Not a lot of time. Shoptaw goes to work, trips to the right, one receiver to his left. If that's Miller in the backfield with him, he'll be blocking. Going to throw short, going to be caught. I believe that is Fletcher, and he'll be up past the 50 into the Bobcat territory.
Yeah. And a Buckhorn's Children and Family Services first down for the Bulldogs as they a big chunk play here to start this drive with 55 seconds remaining.
Fullwood and Holbrook come to the left, throw to Johnson. Johnson makes the catch, gets past a defender, still on his feet, brought down at the 36-yard line. And another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down with 45 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Coach Chandler really got to like the execution from his offense here in the first half. Shoptaw takes a snap, rolls out to his right. In the center of the field, he'll throw to Fullwood, and he'll make the catch and go out of bounds. Pickup of about 6, maybe 7 yards. Call it 6. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good play from the Bulldog offense. Of course, there's only a few seconds left, and they only got 5 yards, but receiver went out of bounds. Saves them that last time out they have.
Yeah, smart play. Fullwood coming from the tight end position. Trips to the right. Miller in the backfield with Shoptaw. Johnson, the single receiver to the left. Shoptaw looking for him, going to the corner of the end zone. Got the long ball, tipped, and it'll be incomplete. Roll out of the back of the end zone. Good coverage that time.
Good coverage there, but I don't think the Bulldog fans will agree with that as we hear a few of them up here in the press box moaning and groaning at that play.
And a well-thrown ball by Shoptaw pointed towards the end zone. Talk about a nail in the coffin if they could have went up 3 scores.
Yeah, Rob, but that's still a possibility here with how explosive this Hazard offense is.
Big-time pass play. Falls incomplete. Go back to the backfield and Miller. Around the left side. Brought down, I believe that was Burton and Kobe Bird on the tackle.
Bulldog offense goes into hurry up.
Yep, 2 receivers each side. Screen play to Johnson. Johnson passed one defender and ran out of bounds.
6 seconds left.
Up around the 14-yard line. We have had no answer for that stack screenplay from the Bulldogs here tonight.
Yeah, we've seen the Bobcat defense stop it a few times, but so far throughout this game, it's been very lethal and just haven't had an answer, like you said. Looks like the Bulldogs will elect to take the field goal. Be an impressive field goal from this yardage for a high schooler.
So Kilburn will step this one off. 6 seconds on the clock. Puts the boot to it. It's in the air.
It's good.
And it's good. So Kilburn, no good. Off to the left, I believe. So with that'll bring the time off the clock. 35-21 your score. Bulldogs up. We'll be back after this message.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new to you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711, or visit our webpage, kymha.com.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Franks, Dixie Freeze, E Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Your score is 35-21 here from Hazard, Kentucky. The Bulldogs over the Bobcats. And the halftime session is a great time to talk about our sponsors. We appreciate Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Jiffy Mart, and Rose Brothers Department Store. Also, special thanks to Family Pharmacy for sponsoring all of our scoring plays, Buckhorn Children and Family Services sponsoring our first downs, and People's Bank and Trust Company of Hazard, also known as PBT Bancorp, serving the banking needs of Perry and surrounding counties since 1923. With a new name and a brand identity, we are designed with the future in mind. While our look may be new, our promise remains the same, to partner with you for a better tomorrow. Also, thanks to the Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Little Flower Clinic, law offices of David A. Johnson with offices in Hazard and Jackson, People's Bank of Jackson, SEC Auto Sales, Variety Pizza, Wolfe County Tourism. Thanks to Appalachian Regional Healthcare, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, Hazard Community and Technical College, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, Jackson Medical Clinic, and Jackson Physical Therapy. We appreciate all those fine sponsors tonight, and we appreciate them being with us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, because we couldn't bring you all the coverage of all of our games without them being on board as sponsors. So once again, our score is 35-21 here from the 10 Short Kickoff Classic, sponsored by ARH here in Hazard. The Bulldogs with a very important offensive session as they went down the field to make that score on the legs of Miller, and then defensively to turn around and be able defensively to handle the Bobcats and force them into some situations and force them to punt the ball away. And once again, Coach Chandler calling the number of Cameron Miller coming down the field on his shoulders, running the ball, taking minutes off the clock, and punching the ball in to take a 2-score lead before halftime. We have about 4 minutes and 20 seconds here left on the clock, 35-21 your score. And we'll take another quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation, but we'll be back to kick off the second half and to get this underway from Hazard.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Still got a couple of minutes here. We're going to do a little rundown of scoring here in the game. This has been just an offensive heavy first half for these two ball clubs. Just watching these two clubs run up and down the field. Bulldogs strike first with 8:31 on the clock. Holbrook with a reception pass from Choctaw. The point after was good. 4:49 in the first. John Carter found the end zone with a nice pass from Miles Holland. 2-point conversion was good for the Bobcats. And then Hazard answered again with a pass from Choctaw to Holbrook, and point after was good. And with 3:23 left in the first quarter, Barnett was able to put it in the end zone for the Bobcats. So back and forth we go. Another point after good for them. And then answered again by Hazard with a screen pass to Johnson and another kick good by Kilburn. To start out the second quarter, 11:38 on the clock, Eli Thomas with a 5-yard run and a point after good for Spencer.
Yeah, Rob. And after that point, it was really just all Bulldogs from that point. That's when the Bulldog defense started to come alive, get a few big stops, and allow their offense to come back in and get some big plays, and eventually a field goal too from a good distance that gave the Bulldogs a 3-possession lead.
And the next two scores were by Miller, a run at 9:10 left in the second, and a run at 2:21. So both of those runs put them up by 2 full scores. And like you mentioned, the field goal was good by Kilburn, and that gets you to the 35-21 score, 3-possession ball game for Hazard. And we have currently 2:42 on the clock here during the halftime session. We've said special thanks to our sponsors. We appreciate all them teams out on the field getting warmed up for the Bobcats and now for the Bulldogs in front of us. During that halftime session, you have to like, if you're Matt Chandler, you have to like, we talked about this, you have to like the execution of your offense, but you have to like that attitude defensively that they're just not going to take anything that the Bobcats throw at you.
Definitely, Rob, and that's absolutely changed this game. I mean, first quarter, we were looking at this as being one of those classic kind of shootout games where we're really not going to see a lot of defense. But now the Bulldogs defense has come alive. They found an answer for the Bobcats, and they just keep answering those. They just keep answering the Bobcat offense every chance they get. But the Bobcats get the ball to start this half.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can get some momentum going and maybe get a few stops of their own.
We'll see what happens here with about 1:42 on the clock. We'll take another quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back to kick off the second half.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
We are back, folks. Bluegrass Sports Nation gave you a quick rundown of scoring here in the first half, and it was no short order to bring you that list of scores from these two ball clubs. Hazard up right now, three scores, counting the field goal there to end the first half, 35-21 over the Bobcats of Breathitt County right now in the Tim Short Kickoff Classic. We made mention of this at the beginning of the game. Opening home game for Hazard, veterans. Special day for them as they've let the veterans in free to this game. They've brought people over from the VA here, and it's just been one of those. It's just been one of those great affairs with all these folks here tonight, and a lot of media attention. A great game so far from the Bulldogs.
Yep.
On both sides of the ball, and you know we talk a lot about special teams being that third facet. Kilburn hitting the big field goal to end the first half. The point after kicks that have been great. Also, their kick returns, the returns and the coverage that they've had on special teams. So all around, one of the better first halves probably that Hazard has had all year. And you've got to think that loss to Prestonsburg threw a little bit of gasoline on the fire for the coaching staff and for the Bulldog faithful.
Definitely, Rob. Hazard is, of course, a strong contender throughout this year, and maybe a team you wouldn't expect to go to Prestonsburg and lose. So that adds a lot of motivation to come in next week, work extra hard, and you get a big opponent like Breathitt County after a week with Prestonsburg, and you're starting to think, okay, if we lost here, what can we double to make sure we don't lose here? And the Bulldogs have done that so far. They have a firm grasp on the momentum of this game right now.
Well, you talk about correcting mistakes from week to week in practice, and I got to tell you, I don't know what mistakes they had on paper and on film from that Prestonsburg game, but the Hazard Bulldogs have done a good job of cleaning up those mistakes because they have looked absolutely flawless here in this first half against Breathitt County. I know there's some things here and there that as a coach you would point out and work on. But offensively, they have been executing
Definitely
positive yards every carry on the ball.
And especially looking at the drive so far, it's points every possession. As the who's that?
Well, it looks like they're going to break it up on the sideline. It looked like maybe John Carter up to about maybe the 40, 38, 39, maybe the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
No, they said it was I don't think that was that Spencer? I didn't see the number. 1st and 10 from the 38. Another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Cats as they'll start off the second half. 2 receivers each side for Holland. Barnett just to his right. Holland sits back, quick throw, incomplete, intended for Kylan Combs, and we got a flag.
Yeah, looks like it'll probably be a call on a defenseless receiver. Of course, ball was gone, and the defender still lays the stick to Colin Combs. So it looks like that'll be enough to draw the flag on this particular moment.
Probably a personal foul.
Yeah.
Still waiting on, personal foul on the defense. And that'll be a pickup of a first down. Another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Cats. And that will move it over into Bulldog territory for Breathitt County.
This could be the step the Bobcats need, of course, being down 3 possessions. A lot of people have watched a lot of football here recently and seen people come back for more.
Give to Barnett. Barnett maybe a pickup of a yard. He's right back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spotted at. I don't think he got it. I think it's back to that initial line of scrimmage.
Yeah. The Bobcat running game kind of stuttered here recently, Rob. Last few drives on offense before the end of the half, the run game did not look the same.
And there's a Bulldog that's going to be flagged for an offsides or encroachment penalty as maybe a Bulldog's trying to show blitz and he jumped into the neutral zone. So that'll march it another 5 yards into Bulldog territory. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats from the 47-yard line or the 42-yard line, my bad.
We have a sub number 25 goes out for that might be number 7.
Snap back to Holland, sits back in the pocket. It's going to be flushed out of there, and he's got to get rid of it. He throws into the sideline intended for John Carter Holland. It'll go out of bounds and incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, the Bulldog defense doing a great job applying the pressure to the Bobcat quarterback so far in this game. You would now look to your offensive line to kind of step it up a little bit and kind of help alleviate that pressure.
Yeah, we got to call on the big guys up front. We've bragged on them all year. It's time for them to show some muscle and push some weight around up front and make some things happen for this offense. Looks like Spencer will go out. Offense gets set. Holland in the backfield to Kylan Combs.
Combs will be enough to get him back to about the line of scrimmage.
Yep. I'm going to give him a pickup of about a yard. So it'll be 4th and 4 with 10:58 on the clock.
Bobcat offense really needs a big jolt of energy here, Rob. We're looking a little dead out there right now.
Yeah, they need to pick up the intensity a little bit. 2 receivers will switch positions on the right side of the ball. 2 receivers to the left for Holland. Braden Barnett in the backfield. He'll move over to the right of Holland. Holland waits on the snap. Miller snaps it to Holland. Holland looking. He'll go across the middle of the field. Got a man there. Pass is complete to Barker. And that is that shot of momentum that you were just talking about, Evan, as the Bobcats pick up another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down.
Definitely, Rob. A great play all around from every unit of the offense. Offensive line got good protection there, and it gave Miles Holland enough time to step up in the pocket, step around as well, and find the receiver for a big first down.
Ball sitting on the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cats. 2 receivers each side. Barnett just to the right of Holland. He'll move Barker out wide. Takes a snap. John Carter cuts across the middle. Holland going to shuffle pass up in front of him to Barker, and a nice shuffle pass out in front by Miles Holland. Barker with a nice reception and to bring up 2nd and 2 yards. So a pickup of 8 yards on the little shuffle play.
Great improvisation from the young Bobcat on the play. You see that? It's a great play.
Yeah, he had the guy out in front of him and was able to find him and got rid of it. In the backfield to Barnett, lowers his shoulder, drives forward. Is going to be brought down. I think they'll give him forward motion, maybe a pickup of a yard. So it'll be 4th and short for the Bobcats. They continue to work their way. No, they're going to spot it.
Right at the
3rd
line
down?
of scrimmage, yeah.
Third down, my bad. So 3rd down and
looks like they'll say no gain on the play as well.
No gain. 2 receivers each side. Holland looking. Tied up inside and sacked as he's brought down. And tackle for a loss.
Good coverage by the Bulldog defense to allow the sack on the play, Rob. It looked like Holland did not have that quick option for him. And it leads to about a 4-yard loss in the play.
Yeah, good coverage by the defenders. He stepped up into the pocket to make the pass, and he couldn't get rid of it. He had to do something, and he was chased out of there and sacked. He'll throw to the end zone, and the pass knocked out of bounds, incomplete on 4th down. So it'll be turnover on downs for the Bobcats, and the Bulldogs will take over with a Buckhorn Children and Family Services 1st down. On the 23-yard line on the right hash for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Rob, we talked about it during our halftime score recap, but the Bulldog defense has really come alive here now. And they seem to keep that momentum going as they get a big stop here in the red zone. Looks like we have a false start on the play, though.
We talked about the execution of Coach Chandler's offense, but defensively, a set penalty looks to be called.
It was a false start.
On Hazard. They'll back it up 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 now for Hazard. We talked about the execution offensively, but defensively, these last 2 or 3 series for Hazard on defense, they have just shut down the Bobcats offensively. Long pass down the field, and it'll fall incomplete out of Johnson's hands. I thought he had it, and he'd make 2 or 3 steps.
Yep, so close, but looks like he had to
Caught it
jump
on
up
his
for the
side,
ball,
maybe?
caught it
Yeah.
for his side, and just couldn't. Whenever he
hold
threw
on
his
to it.
arms down to tuck it, he just threw the ball down instead. Almost a very big play on the first snap of the drive for the Bulldogs, though, Rob.
8:14 here in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats or the Bulldogs will go back to work on 2nd and 15. Give in the backfield to Miller. And he'll bust through, pickup of about 8 or 9 yards, I believe. He'll still be short of the sticks by about 4 yards.
Brings up about a 3rd and medium for the Bulldogs. Kind of expect them to maybe go back to this run game right now. I know you don't usually see that in a 3rd and medium in your own territory, but the run game for the Bulldogs has been very strong. Or maybe a short pass or a screen pass.
Screen passes worked real good to them. They'll go to Miller. Miller picks up the 1st down, and Moore is still on his feet up to almost 45. Probably going to spot it to 44. So Miller out of the backfield with another big run and another big Buckhorn Children's and Family Services 1st down for the Bulldogs, Evan, as they continue to take time off the clock with the 3-possession lead. Smart play calling by Matt Chandler.
Yeah, definitely, Rob. It's starting to maybe kill the aspirations the Bobcats have for a comeback.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Shoptaw. Miller is the back just to his right. He'll take the snap, quick throw, screen play over to Fletcher, and he'll be rode out of bounds. And we'll get a flag coming in.
Thought I see one.
Okay, it might have been.
Yeah,
might have been somebody back on. Yeah, it might have been somebody back on the sideline throwing a ball around.
Yeah, took a gain of 1 on the play.
Pick up 1.
Quick screen. Bobcats covered it very well that time.
Yeah, pretty good defense that time on the screenplay. They've really hurt us with that play throughout the night, going to different receivers too.
Yeah.
2 receivers to the left now for Shoptaw, 1 to the right. Holmes steps back. Breathitt showing blitz. Shoptaw rolls out to his left. He's going to fake it and keep it. Still on his feet past the 50, and he'll be brought down in Breathitt territory.
Good mobility from the sophomore young quarterback. Thank you, Rob.
This first time we've really seen him keep it here tonight and pick up of the big yards and another big first down.
Yeah, definitely we see Hazard produce a lot of pocket passing quarterbacks. Of course, Max Pelfrey was not much of a runner. He stayed back in the pocket, threw the ball a lot, but it's always good to see a quarterback with some mobility as they go back to Miller.
Miller going to drive it forward. Another pickup, probably be 6, maybe 7 yards on the gain. So Miller, once again, able to run the ball and once again able to take some time off the clock.
Some great play calling from Coach Chandler here. As you said, it's absolutely killing the clock of this drive. Of course, the Bulldogs come out here and get a quick stop. Not a quick stop, but a good stop in their own territory. Get the ball back, and they're just killing this clock right now.
Screenplay
to Johnson.
Yep, screenplay to Johnson. They had 4 receivers lined up here to the left.
And it will be Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down right in the red zone, Rob.
Screenplay to Johnson with 3 blockers right in front of him. And so another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down, like you mentioned. And the Bulldogs are chewing up that third quarter clock. It's down to 6 minutes and 6 seconds now. And Coach Chandler will get the play call in for the Bulldogs. Shoptaw will set up in the backfield. Empty backfield once again for Shoptaw. He'll put Fletcher in motion and hand it off. Fletcher around the end. Got by one defender, and he'll be tackled by Barker.
Yeah. But of course, we've seen a lot of big plays from the Bulldogs here tonight. About a 5-yard gain on that, or 6-yard gain on the play on that one. So the Bulldogs are content with getting these 3, 4, 5, 6 yard gauges on the play to help kill the clock as Gavin Johnson.
We got flags everywhere coming out on the run.
Yeah, Gavin Johnson. It's like it might be in the area of a hold here, Rob.
Yeah, it came from the backfield just after Johnson cleared his lineman. You would think.
Yeah. White hat signals a call on the Bulldogs.
So that'll march it back for them. Miller will come back into the game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Anytime you see Miller out there, you almost expect the Bulldogs to hand him the ball with how well he's ran the ball tonight.
Well, I told you at the scrimmage, and I've mentioned it a number of times throughout the early on this season, that September 12th date you better have circled on a calendar, that one of these two ball clubs was going to find a time to shine. And it looks like the Bulldogs have done their best to do so here tonight. As another pass to Fletcher. And Fletcher will find his way into the end zone for the Bulldogs with 5:15 on the clock here in the third quarter.
Awesome catch and run from the
Shoptaw to
senior on the play, Rob, as he just finds an area open in the middle of the field, gets it, makes a great ball carrier move near the line, and walks in for a touchdown, or kind of spin moves in for a touchdown.
Shoptaw to Fletcher for the score, and Kilburn will come on to attempt the point after. Hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And we'll be back after this message here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you the coverage here from Hazard, Kentucky. The Bulldogs up 42-21 over Breathitt County. The Bobcats with a number of ailments and issues here in the third quarter. First half, They let Hazard get up 2 scores plus a field goal to make it a 3-possession game, but now they have let the Bulldogs eat up half of the clock during the third quarter and march it down the field and score. So the Bulldogs continue offensively to execute. The Bobcats, on the other hand, have got a long way to go and a short time to get there, as the old saying goes. Still a lot of football left with 5:15 here in the third, but you start watching that clock melt down, Evan, during those offensive sessions, and your number of plays are limited for the Bobcats to be able to get caught up in this one and make it respectable. Muffed kick, squib kick, it comes to the front line for the Bobcats, and it was muffed, and we've got a battle for it here on the ground. And the signal will give it to the Bobcats. White hat signals for Breathitt County, so with 4:50 on the clock.
Almost a big missed opportunity for the Bobcats as the squib kick was muffed. Could have, as you were talking about the clock melting, could have melted that clock even more. As when Hazard gets a hold of the ball, they're taking off 6-minute chunks at a time, Rob.
The Bobcats trying to find an answer offensively to get some points on the board and maybe come out with a defensive set. We talked about that early on, too. Hazard really made the first stop that we saw defensively from either ball club. Kylan Combs going to take it around the left side, trying to get a block. He'll get out of bounds. Pick up of about 7 yards for Kylan.
Great show of athleticism and ball carrier vision from Kylan Combs. As soon as he got the ball, number 72, Chris Parton, was standing right in the hole waiting for him. So Kylan Combs just uses that vision and athleticism to take the ball outside and get about a 6-yard gain.
Parton's not an easy load to move out of there. Big guy up front. Give to Combs again, and he finds an opening. He's got a alley, and it's a pickup of a first down. Another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Cats, courtesy this time of Kylan Combs.
Yeah, the Bobcats are missing a few pieces right now, and Kylan Combs is really taking advantage of that. He's taking 2 big run plays back-to-back, Rob.
So Braden Barnett back in the backfield along with Kylan Combs. Offense will get set. Looks like we've got Adam Spencer and Jason Combs at 2 receivers. Barnett will get set as the blocking back. Holland sits back. He's going to throw deep towards the end zone and going to throw incomplete. And we got another flag coming in, I believe, for pass interference.
Yeah, it looks like
coming from the line judge.
Looks like the defender had a hand on the receiver on that play. It looked like he was kind of dragging him, Rob, or almost like a dog on a leash, trying to pull him back towards him to keep that separation from happening.
Yeah, like we talked about, that those passes, especially those long ball passes that are intended to pick up those big yardages, that's just a 50-50 anymore, whether you're going to get a pass interference call. This time, again, to give in the backfield to Kylan Combs, who can't outrun the defender, and he'll be tackled for a loss.
Good
tackle. They bring
tackle.
up second about 12.
Good read and tackle on the play by number 14, Gavin Johnson, as he saw Kylan Combs coming that way, jumped to Gavin. Got a tackle for a loss in the play, a big tackle for a loss as well, as it's about a second and 12 on the play, Rob, or second and 13.
Offense gets set for the Cats. Holland takes a snap. Sits back in the pocket. Time to throw. Goes across the middle of the field. Got a man back there, Combs, and it's overthrown out of his hands, incomplete. Looked like he was going up for that one. Had a chance at it, but couldn't pull it out of the air. It'll go incomplete out of the back of the end zone. And with 3:10 on the clock here in the third, Bobcats still looking at a 3rd and long. 28-20. Wow. So Letcher up on Perry Central 28-20 right now. Give in the backfield. Bobcats can't make anything happen offensively with the running game up the middle.
Oh, it looks like we have a down player. We'll take a quick break while they attend to him.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Thanks again to our sponsors here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, More Health, More Care. ARH is more for Appalachia. ARH helping to sponsor tonight's bowl game here, the Tim Short Kickoff Classic. Miles Holland trying to get out of the pocket and going to be tackled for a loss again by that Bulldog defense. They've had Miles's number 3 or 4 times on particular plays, and that time offense not able to make anything happen for Hazard, and they will take over on downs. And the Bulldogs, with 2:40 on the clock here in the third, will come out offensively to try to put up another 6 points on the board, Evan. I mean, let's be honest with you. The Bulldogs have not been stopped by the Bobcats here tonight, and they're looking to put another score on the board.
Yeah, Rob. So far, every possession by the Bulldogs has ended in points in some form or another. Of course, we've had a lot of touchdowns and 1 field goal. So let's see if the Bulldogs continue that streak in this game. Was it?
And we got a flag.
I said it was good.
Oh, darn right.
Yeah. My bad, folks. Field goal wasn't good. Guess that makes sense because I was sitting here doing the math and we're down 3 possessions. I was like, go.
So we got a penalty on the Bobcats, and they'll walk this one up over into Bobcat territory at the 49-yard line. So another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down. Good thing we got a producer to keep us in line.
Definitely. Oh.
And we got another penalty, offsides on the offense. That'd be on defense.
Yeah.
Another 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. Of course, Bobcats are. Never mind.
It'll be 1st and 5. 2 receivers to the right for the Bulldogs. Direct snap in the backfield and ridden down back there. Tackle for a loss.
It's like number 13, Austin Barker, was on first contact on the play, and a few more Bobcats came and helped clean up the tackle.
Just trying to see who took the snap. Was that Holbrook?
I believe so. Yeah, it's like the Bulldogs went to a Wildcat set for a few plays, Rob.
Trips to the left now. 1 receiver to the right. Shoptaw looks, throws short to Fullwood. Fullwood going to be
a big hit by Fullwood.
Another good passing play. Fullwood gets past the initial defender, which was Jagger Burton, and brought down about 2 yards after a hard hit from Burton and Fullwood. 3rd down and about 2 now for the Bulldogs. Shoptaw with Miller beside him, trips to the right. Another screen play intended for Fullwood, and he drops it. Pass goes incomplete. I think Fullwood was trying to take off with it before he caught it. 1 minute and 5 seconds left here in the third.
And it brings up a 4th and short for the Bulldogs.
Chandler's probably going to go for it at this point in the game, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do have a few players changing out. Fletcher's coming out of the game. Got some different skill players in the back for the Bulldogs. Going in the wishbone. Under center. Shoptaw turns, gives. And right at that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be It's going to depend a lot on the spot, Rob.
Well, he needed to get to, let's call it the 40. He needs to get to the 39.
39 and a half yard line.
Yeah. And he's the line judge is standing on the 39. So he picked that one up by about a foot and a half.
Yeah. Looks like they'll spot it actually right on the 39-yard line.
49 seconds now, 42-21 your score. Back in the wishbone. Shoptall turns, pitches. It's Johnson with it up at the 40. It's got an opening at the 35 and a hard hit out of bounds. Right around the 30-yard line. It's number 7. That was Johnson, I believe.
Yeah.
On the tackle.
But Johnson running the ball did a good job fighting through the contact and getting a few more extra yards, get him at a second and inches situation, 2nd and 1, somewhere in that range.
Tell you what, he means business when he lowers the shoulder. He's got quite a few yards after the yards after the initial tackle on his carries tonight. Pitch from Shoptall in the backfield to Miller. He's got an opening up the middle, still on his feet, and finally brought down up around the 5-yard line by Cameron Johnson again. So once again, Cameron Miller, Matt Chandler just has called his number so many times tonight.
And he has answered nearly
and he has. Time. He is a big time ball player for the Hazard Bulldogs. Miller just able to turn it on at will. He found an opening this time right in the center of the field.
And of course, when you look at the stats, Rob, Miller ain't ran the ball. So far on the stat sheet, it says he hasn't had a rush all year.
Now the direct snap in the backfield picked up, and I was going to see if they would spot it, but I think the time's going to run out here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break in between the 3rd and the 4th. We'll be back after this message.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711, or visit our webpage, kymha.com.
12 minutes dialed up on the clock, and we'll get ready to start the 4th quarter here from Daniel Field in Hazard, Kentucky at the Tim Short Kickoff Classic. New field, new stadium. Matt Chandler with, his 2 years coaching here at Hazard, and I tell you what, it looks as if after the few mistakes they made over at Prestonsburg, they have corrected those, and it looks like the Bulldogs on their way to being a formidable foe in that 1A category.
Definitely, Rob. We've played 2 very strong 2A or 1A teams this year in Middlesboro and now Hazard. Middlesboro looked really good with their quarterback and receiver duos, and Hazard looks really good, not only in their receiving, which we knew was going to be good, but in their rushing with Cameron Miller.
And we told ourselves we wouldn't talk much about it, and we won't name names and say because we're speculating, but the Bobcats are they've had their ailments tonight. We do have 3 or 4 players that have gotten a couple that were injured before the game that couldn't play, and also 2 or 3 injured during the game. So.
Not to interrupt you, Rob.
No, go ahead.
A flag thrown after the tackle. But as you were saying, Bobcats had a few injuries going into the game, and they've had a few more tack on during halftime. Yeah, it's very rough to see because you like seeing both teams at their full potential and seeing a full great game with everybody in it. But that's just the game of football, a full contact sport. Injuries happen.
Well, the Bulldogs once again have drove the ball deep into Bobcat territory. And you made mention of Miller not running the ball that much, but I tell you what, the young man doing a great job here tonight against the Bobcats. Cameron Miller, a young Bulldog, and Coach Chandler just got to be excited about the opportunities that he has with Miller and Shoptaw going forward. Both of these young guys in the backfield working for him.
Yeah, Rob Miller has absolutely put his name on our board tonight.
Pass towards the end zone, knocked loose and incomplete, intended back there in the corner of the end zone. I believe that is Johnson.
I believe it is so, right?
Yeah, intended for Johnson. Pass no good. The incomplete bring up third down. So the Bobcats and the Bulldogs and Coach Chandler got to try something here on third down. Try to get a third and goal.
Yeah, Rob, a third and goal from about the 15.
Yeah, after the
don't see that often.
Yeah, after the penalty, it's third and goal back around the 15-yard line. So fake throw across the middle, intended for Fletcher's no good, incomplete. So that'll bring up fourth and long. And it looks like we got a changing of the guard. I believe they'll bring that. They may bring that field goal team back out. We'll see.
Yeah. Of course, in a situation like this, it's always good to get a kicker going.
We've tried. I didn't mean to cut you off. We've tried really hard to give Kilburn that field goal at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he does here in the fourth quarter.
As I was saying, it's always good to have a kicker that can kick field goals from this range, especially with a team that we think Hazard is going to be that might make a good playoff run. As Coach Chandler gets a little upset on the sideline.
Well, I think they're missing a player or two, so he's going to have to waste the time out. We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
All right, folks, we are back. 11:35 on the clock. Kilburn steps onto the field to attempt the field goal here in the fourth quarter. There's the hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. It'll leave your score at 42-21 with 11:29 on the clock. We'll take another quick. Pass interference stop.
Yay!
All right, folks, we are back. Long pass from Miles down the field, intended for Jason Combs, and two defenders back there will get a pass interference call.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those tonight, Rob.
That has been the number one penalty, I would say, here tonight. We have had what you would call a debatable call on a few of those pass interference calls. But we talked about that. It's hard to be a defender, and that long ball makes it even more difficult because it's up in the air. The guy's going after the ball. Defense got to make a play, just like this one. The ball goes out of bounds, incomplete, intended for Spencer.
Yeah. But to tack onto that, Rob, especially in the game of football and how it's developed now, where it's more of a pass-heavy game.
It is.
Pass interference has become almost like a holding call, where you can nearly call it on any play.
Yeah, it's there to protect the receiver, but there's been a few times that maybe somebody's feet got tangled up, or like that one was probably like a face guarding pass interference. We talked about that. So Holland in the backfield will hand it off, and the Bobcats on the ground will pick up about, it looks like 6 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 4. Kylan Combs continues to carry the ball for the Bobcats in the backfield. Barnett at the blocking back now. Adam Spencer at the receiver position. Hazard shows blitz. Holland checks off the call from the sideline, waits on the snap, gives in the backfield to Combs. Kylan tackled immediately.
The Bulldogs' run defense looking really good right now, Rob. Of course, all season we've talked about the Breathitt County running offense and how great it's looked and how well they rush the ball. But now that the Bulldogs really seem to have gained an answer for them.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have been able to shut down the running game. The passing game has been off. Our timing has been off just a few times here tonight. But the running game has been shut down by that front lineup of defensive linemen from the Bulldogs. Pass and reception made by Adam Spencer. And that is good.
Looks like it'll
yes,
depend
it
on
is. They're going to give it to him.
Yep.
So pass is good for a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Bobcats with 9:52 on the clock. Holland gets set once again in the backfield. Barnett and Combs just to his left. Jason Combs, the far receiver on the right, and Adam Spencer here to the left. And looks like the Bobcats will take a quick timeout, and we'll take it with them on Bluegrass. All right, folks, we're back. Bluegrass Sports Nation, 42-21 your score. Hazard up on the Bobcats here in the fourth quarter. Bobcat offense back on the field, waiting to hear the whistle from the White Hat and the clock kicked down from the timeout session. Spencer and Combs, receivers for the Bobcats. Combs just to the left of Holland. Holland checking the call from the sideline, Coach Moore. Snap from Miller back to Holland. Fakes, looks up inside, gets away from one defender, and he's going to be sacked, tackled for a loss. And we got a late hit penalty coming in on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like they already had Miles down on the ground and the defender stove on him.
Quarterback tied up, already down. No, maybe coming in right at the end of the whistle. Hard for that defender sometimes to slow down, but
yeah, especially when you're bringing. It looks like the Bulldogs brought out everything in the kitchen sink blitz that play because it looked like every defender was in the backfield of the Bobcats.
So the personal foul penalty against the Bulldogs will be to the liking of the Bobcats, and that'll bring up another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. Nope, just shy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 9:22 left on the clock here in the fourth. Repeat the first, move it up within 2 yards of the first down marker. Now we're going to move the chains. That was the question in my mind why we had not moved those yet, and we finally do. It's confusing sitting up here in the box. That's why we got to have Darren back over here to my right.
Definitely, Rob. He's kept us in line a few times.
Giving the backfield to Combs. He tries to dance away, but he can't. 3 defenders from the Bulldogs able to take him down, one being Parton. So tackle for a loss of about 5 yards. Call it 4. So second, about 14 for the Bobcats. Holmes moves to the receiver here on the left. Barker and Spencer over to the right. Barnett and Kylan Combs in the backfield beside Holland. Holland takes a snap, pitch to Combs. Combs trying to get away from the defender and maybe a pickup of 2 yards. So it'll still be 4th and long for the Bobcats.
3rd and long.
Or 3rd and long, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little confused too. I looked down for 1 second at my stat sheet, and we were at a second.
Yeah, 3rd and 12 now. Holland takes the snap, sits back in the pocket, tries to get away from another defender. He's got to be flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, past the 50, up to the 45, and he'll be ran out of bounds. So over into Hazard territory.
Looks to be about a 4th and 8 on the play.
Yeah, still going to be 4th and 8. Thanks again to our sponsor, Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, Hazard Community and Technical College, Jackson Electric and Plumbing, Jackson Medical Clinic, and Jackson Physical Therapy. 2 receivers each side for Holland. Sits back. Barnett the blocking back. Holland rolls out, trying to throw. He'll be flushed out of the pocket, dancing. Stays in bounds and going to throw it across midfield, and it'll be incomplete.
Great play from the quarterback, but looks like it may be
Flag
off
in the
or
backfield.
not, yeah. Well, no, play was incomplete, wasn't it?
The play was incomplete,
Yeah.
but
Oh, that
we got a flag back here in the back against Breathitt.
Okay.
So the Bulldogs will take over on downs with 7:39 on the clock. I want to say special thanks again to our premier sponsors, Family Pharmacy, for sponsoring our scoring drives and plays here tonight. Great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats. And People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, PBT Bancorp, serving the banking needs of Perry and surrounding counties since 1923. Shoptile takes the snap, give to Miller up inside. He'll fall forward, pickup of about 2 yards.
Yeah. As we've said throughout, and looking at the stat sheet, we really didn't know Cameron Miller was going to be a big rushing threat for the Bobcats coming into this game. Of course, as I've said a little bit, looking at the stat sheet, he's not even on there for rushing. So this must be his first game getting the run the rock.
He's done a great job at it tonight. 3 receivers stacked to the right for Shoptile. Miller in the backfield. Pitch over to Miller, and we got a quick flag. False start on the offense. Thanks again to Rhodes Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bateville. Also, thanks to Jiffy Mart. Get in and out in a Jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, located on Highway 15 in Jackson. And Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, give him a call. Auto accidents or workers' compensation, no referral needed, and over 22 years experience. Choptall fakes the pitch over to Miller, rolls out to his left, dances back there, gets away from Burton. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. And we'll get a flag back here on Burton, I believe.
Yeah, I was thinking we might get a roughing the
passer call. Yep.
Yeah. You see it a lot in every level of football now, how common roughing the passer is. Like I was saying, with even the pass interference calls, passing has become such a big game, and they've implemented rules to really protect the quarterback.
Yeah. In the same way we talked about the pass interference call, it's there to protect the receiver on offense. And a lot of times those are questionable calls looking from a fan standpoint, but those penalties are there for a reason to protect a particular player.
Yeah, 42-yard line.
So with the penalty, the Bulldogs will have the Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down over on the 42 in Bobcat territory. Give to Miller. Streaks past the left end up to about the 35-yard line. Call it the 36 maybe. That's where the ball's going to be spotted on the left hash. So the second about 4.
Yeah, second 4 or 5 on the play. Rob, I will tell you right now, throughout this game, the Bulldog rushing attack has really surprised me. Of course, we have heard how good of a passing team they are, and of course, not being able to watch film on these teams before they come in. or before we go and call them, it's always shocking to see something we didn't expect.
Well, they've done a great job up front. You got to give credit where credit's due, and their offensive line has done a great job of opening the holes for Miller and also Shoptaw and also Johnson out of the backfield. You got to give credit to their defensive line. Their defensive line, at a number of times, has shut down our running game whenever we were looking to it to make a big play, make a big conversion. So, give credit where credit's due. The line doing the work here for the Bulldogs, and almost picked off by Jagger Burton. Ball will fall incomplete.
But yeah, Rob, as you were saying, up front, Hazard's been doing an excellent job. They've negated pressure from the defensive line of the Bobcats and caused pressure with the offensive side of the ball.
Well, you fall all the way back to the keys to the game, and we talked about Hazard, being able to handle the pressure from those front linemen, that core that we talk so much about for Breathitt County. They've done an excellent job of that tonight. So you check that one off the box. They've been able to handle that pressure up front, and that's helped them get their offense going.
Definitely, Rob, as the Bobcats come up here on a 4th and short.
That time, Miller with the handoff again, and he'll drive forward past the 30 up to about the 29-yard line. It'll be another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Hazard Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have just been absolutely dominant on every front tonight, Rob. Their running game up front, as we've talked about here recently, been very good. Their passing game, when they call the need for it, has been very good. And their defensive play has been good after the first quarter.
Shoptaw in the backfield again, give to Miller. Miller dances forward. Once again, you think he's down, and he picks up another 4 or 5 yards. So
reminiscent of how we call Eli Thomas, how he does well after contact.
You've heard us talk about the Buckhorn Children and Family Services a number of times during first downs tonight, but also remember that People's Bank and Trust Company, also known as the PBT Bancorp, will be sponsoring our player of the game that Evan and I will study on and try to pick here shortly. Shoptaw will roll out to his right, throws towards the end zone, and a tackle made. Looks like Spencer, I believe, on the initial tackle.
Yeah, it's like a reception by, and went past my roster, Rob.
Another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down
for Connor Holbrook.
Got a flag?
What flag?
Okay. So it looks like the referee is going to walk that one back 10 yards. It'll be spotted at midfield at the 35-yard line for Hazard, and it'll be 2nd and 15.
It's like a holding call and play, Rob.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Shoptaw. Sit back in the pocket, look down the field, looking towards the end zone. Rolls out to his left, throws across the field, and that one will fall incomplete.
Yeah, almost a big play from Johnson, as we've seen him make tonight a few times. He was there for the catch, but looks like Cameron Johnson was on him very well and covered him off great.
Covered him good that time, almost able to pick that one off. Be 3rd and long now for Hazard. 4 minutes on the clock, 42-21 your score. This one all but in the books for Coach Chandler and his Bulldogs. They've come out in the Tim Short Classic, and as we Kickoff Classic, as we made mention, they checked off one box with being able to handle the pressure up front. As you see Johnson get around the right corner, Gavin carrying a couple of Bobcat defenders up to the 20, maybe the 19-yard line, one of those being Jagger Burton.
So if they have a Bobcat down on the play,
Kylan Combs slow to get up, but looks like he's...
No, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, maybe a cramp. They're stretching him out. We'll take a quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back. What do you think, Bill?
People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
3:59 on the clock. Your score's 42-21. Things a lot brighter out there now than they were during the commercial break because all the lights went off on the field, but able to get them back on here at Daniel Field, working out the kinks, so to speak, in the new field, new electronic system, new lights, new field house, new stands, you name it. It's new here at Daniel Field. And Shop Top takes the snap. And there's that screenplay again to Johnson. He spins, and he's going to pick up additional yards up to about the 11-yard line. Yeah, I think they're going to spot it at the 11.
Looks like a second and short coming up on a very good athletic play from Johnson. We've seen him make many of these tonight, Rob. As he gets the ball, has a defender wrap up on him, and he's able to shake out of it.
Yeah, he's been able to get away from a lot of tackles tonight. Not that they were bad tackles, but he is just an excellent and a shifty runner. And the Bulldogs tack on another 6 points with 3:12 on the clock here in the fourth.
Courtesy of Cameron Miller again, Rob. As we've said it many times so far, Miller has established himself as a dominant runner for this Hazard backfield.
Well, I think that's good. We'll see if Kilburn hits the point after here at 3:12 on the clock. So Miller again into the end zone for the Bulldogs to make it 48-21. Kick is up and it is good. 3:12 on the clock. 49-21 your score. We'll be back after this message.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, folks, with 3:12 on the clock, we're going to take this opportunity in the ballgame to talk about People's Bank and Trust Company of Hazard, also known as PBT Bancorp, serving the banking needs of Perry and surrounding counties since 1923. Not only a new name, but a new brand identity designed with the future in mind. While our look is new, our promise remains the same, to partner with you for a better tomorrow. Tonight, they are sponsoring our player of the game. And Evan, we've mentioned 3 or 4 names here for the Hazard Bulldogs. If you go back and watch film, if you are Coach Matt Chandler, what stands out to you in this ball game other than just execution? If there's one player that stands out to you, that's the question we ask ourselves. And both you and I agree that Coach Chandler would not be where he is offensively or with points on the board if it was not for the young man named Cameron Miller.
Definitely, Rob. We've watched him play tonight, and he has been an integral part of this Hazard Bulldog offensive attack. I mean, he is part of the reason why they've been able to kill so much clock, as we've seen at the tail end of that first half, as he just took the ball and ran it down the Bobcat defense throat. and killed the clock.
Well, clock management is as important as points on the board when you're already up, when you have that lead and you have some time to work with.
And speaking of points, Cameron Miller has thrown a ton of those up on the board tonight, Rob.
Yeah, I know he's gotten 3 different scores. They had 2 right there back to back that gave them that big advantage going into halftime. But also he just tacked on that last one. Let's see if we got them right here. There's 2. There's 3 scores.
Yep, looks to be
3 runs to the end zone for Cameron Miller tonight. So congratulations to Cameron Miller of the Hazard Bulldogs for being the People's Bank and Trust Company, PBT Bancorp player of the game here between the Bulldogs and the Bobcats tonight. 2:50 on the clock. 49-21 your score. Bobcats with some backup players getting a little bit of time in there right now. Young man back in running back position is Caleb Neese. Holland with a handoff to Neese. And it's going to be maybe a tackle for a loss. It'll still be about 3rd and 6. And we got another flag coming in here at the back of the defense.
Yeah, it looks like stuff's starting to get a little chippy out there. We saw maybe a little extracurriculars at the tail end of the kick return, and this is something you really don't want to see, and you really want your teams to stay disciplined. You hate it. You hate to see it when another team's up and the other team has a few words to say, and even the team that's up can say it sometimes.
So the personal foul will go against Breathitt County, and that will walk them back. And the ball will be spotted on the right hash. Looks to be at the 23-yard line. So Holland will go back to work. Neese beside of him, 1 receiver each side. Give in the backfield to Neese. He's able to outrun 1 defender, but he'll be brought down right around the 23-yard line. So maybe back to the initial line of scrimmage. We'll see where the ball's spotted. Ball sitting on the 23-yard line, left hash for the Bobcats. Tell you what, these linemen up front on both of these teams have worked tonight. Both squads with their hands on their hips, catching wind, and it just goes to show you the tenacity that those guys up front have to play with every play.
Definitely,
Holland able to get it out of there. Pass complete over to Adam Spencer. He's tackled immediately, but the ball makes it up to about the, we'll say the 28, 29-yard line. Looks like it's going to spot it at the 28.
Looks like it'll be a turnover on downs for the Bobcats, though. But to tack on to what you were saying, the line position, no matter offensive or defensive, is a hard position to play. You're in the trenches, grueling for a whole game.
We talk about it a lot, and I hope people don't get tired of hearing us say it, but you know, sometimes it's 5, 6, 7 minutes of you know, a hard play before you get to get that break and go back to the huddle and get a breather.
Definitely.
And even in these offenses now, you might not even get that much time to catch your breath. And these guys really working hard up front. We talked about giving credit where credit was due. And tonight, the Hazard Bulldogs will take a knee and in that victory formation, if you will, 1:24 on the clock. That will set up the clock running. A few handshakes out on the field already. So the Bulldogs victorious here from the Tim Short Kickoff Classic.
Yeah, Rob. Of course, going into this week, the Bobcats now have a lot of mistakes to fix and a lot of ailments to aid as well. We have a few injuries that
exactly right.
We'll need to look to and see if those are going to be long-term or short-term.
I was thinking they may have to try to run a play or try to do something else, but looks like Shoptaw going to take the snap, take a knee once again with 40 seconds on the clock. Coach Chandler called for his team to come to the 50-yard line. The Bulldogs victorious here in the Tim Short Classic over the Bobcats, 49-21. We'll be back after this message.
over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
So 49-21, your score here from Daniel Field in Hazard. The Bulldogs over the Bobcats in their first home opener tonight. So next week, we will be back at Breathitt County, where Letcher Central will travel to take on the Bobcats at home.
It looks to be another good one, Rob.
Yep.
Those are two big teams are meeting once again. Could be like a matchup like this with the expectations we have for it.
It could be back and forth between those two. Definitely, both of those teams have Letcher and Breathitt have put up a lot of points this year. Hazard has Campbellsville traveling here to play them next week. So
another big 1A matchup.
Another big opponent for them, folks. We appreciate you being with us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation tonight. We enjoy bringing you all the coverage tonight. We open up the Tim Short Classic here from Daniel Field at their new facility. The Bulldogs victorious over the Bobcats, 49-21. We'll see you next week from Mike Hogan Athletic Center. For Darren Back, Evan Miller, I'm Rob Hounshell. See you next week on Bluegrass Sports Nation.